Hello, guys. Anna here, heart of Match Guarantee. Our team, biggest fan of all our clients, biggest supporter of our existing alternative, great opportunity that exists there, for you guys who is serious about finding your wife, Slavic wife abroad, your main supporter, and yeah. And so today I'm alone. I see that I'm a little bit already forget how to be here alone. So I wanted to talk about the most common questions that I'm being asked. I don't know, during last half a year. I want to talk about most common four of them, but maybe I will add some more. Depends because they're very deep and it takes time to unfold them. And so I will cover them, and then I will get back to your questions. I will read them, and I will answer questions that will be on this topic, okay? If your question will be not in my list, you're welcome to write it here in chat, and I will be happy to answer, okay? So, number one, most common question, like our conversation starts from this. When our call ring, I just pick up phone and Match Guarantee, how can I help you? First question, how do I date Ukrainian lady if there is war in Ukraine? I see that those questions still bothering a lot of Western guys because they think because of war, it's not possible now. And I can relate to that because the same experience and the same things we were facing and didn't know how it unfolded when war just started. But now, after almost 2 years of experiences, I can explain you how it works and assure you that it works even better than before war. And that's just, I'm seeing at statistics and about things that changed, right? And I will talk about that right now. So, what changed? So our ladies, there is in our database ladies still those that in Ukraine, and we have a lot of ladies that living now abroad in Europe, in Canada, America. And so if a new lady wants to register with us and she lives in Ukraine, we always she always knows that if she wants to meet man, she will need to go abroad to nearest country, because we don't advise our clients to go to Ukraine. But it's up to men normally. Yeah. And so these meetings happen just outside of the country. And so how we work, and we transform this model, and in reality it's now even more effective than it was before. It's one-on-one introduction when man focused on lady and just doing his best to build a relationship, and then having plans to see and meet her. So if before guys was coming to Ukraine and just was meeting for the first time in their life this person, they didn't have any kind of connection, and so and I would say for a lot of guys, this just was overwhelming experience where they have to, I don't know, if they like two ladies, they have to playing games, how to organize next date and not to offend another lady, or like don't mix names or stories, and this was just like some of them, like after even 3 days, they was like, please, no more, cancel other dates. I just too much. So we see now with this model, it just allow guys to to build this relationship, to focus. Like we do introduction calls, dates in distance, right? But if one of the sides, lady client or man client, express doubts or don't want to pursue each other, we just don't exchange contact information. So we move to another introduction, right? And until we have great connection on the call. And so at the same time, even if it happened that you build relationship, I don't know, for 2 months in distance, and then you come and meet and you realize you don't have chemistry or something, I don't know, we just it can happen, right? You're already there in Europe. We work very quickly. We can quickly schedule you another date, and so you will meet with other lady or maybe two, even, like depends on situation. So we understand your risks, coming in to meet one lady only, right? But at the same time, I want guys to be as maximum as possible focused on one lady if they really like her, right? Because that's what Ukrainian ladies want. um, they want to feel that man after her, she's number one, and like he's not playing games, and Ukrainian ladies, most of them, they say so much in contact with themselves. This is feminine feature, to be very intuitive, to be very yeah, to just like, what you call it, trust your gut. They do this, and it's a very good navigator for them. And so as soon as she senses that you chase several women, she's just like, she don't want to be that plan B for you. So I always say, do your best to focus on a relationship, to make it work, and then, but be calm, and like if something happened, we there for you, we understand you, and so we just don't want you have this plan B with us, right? If you're already there and something happened. I will read all your questions, guys, okay, with pleasure, just a little bit when I go through main points. Okay. So that's what I wanted to cover, the way we work now, right? And unfortunately, yeah, because of war, that's the bad reason, but it creates this opportunity for guys, to like build a more organic relationship where, while before, oh my goodness, our couple, they was building a relationship for like, I don't know, 1 year, for example, in distance. Then they apply, especially to America, they apply for a visa, and then they was waiting because of COVID up to 2 years. And I remember how our ladies was writing us like, oh, I don't know if it'll ever happen, if I will ever be approved. This is so challenging for relationship, to be 3 years waiting each other, opportunity to start to, live together and like move ahead in your relationship. At the same time, when ladies was coming before, they come by K1 visa, and what happened is when women feel under pressure, like to get married as well as men, right? And you don't want to make this decision in a rush, like about marriages. This is super serious decision. So it was hard. And so now this is just like a big game changer for couples, so like I see that guys still coming to Europe, to meet ladies. First one trip, sometimes two trips, depends how relationship. But normally, if everything goes well, next stage after like second visit, or maybe even after first visit, depends how everything go. Our couple just apply lady to US visa to get, and this program United for Ukraine still works, so she can be easily approved very fast, like crazy fast and easy. And so next step, she's traveling to USA, and that's where they continue to develop this relationship. And so while you thinking, guys, that it's not possible because war in Ukraine, it's not an opportunity anymore, we have couples who already got married, those who've been introduced after war, those who engaged, those who who is in serious relationship and commitment. So and even more interesting, we have We have one second. No, сейчас, one moment. Мила, у меня лайвстрим, я не могу говорить. Я не знаю, девочки, дозвониться нельзя или что? Я в прямом эфире, не могу. Да. Ну, я сейчас, ну, я крикну им, хорошо. Sorry. So, yeah, sorry. So, yeah, those relationship, they just, people building them, developing them. And so this is amazing. And what I want to say, that even more interesting, because of war, we have clients who come to us and they say, we never thought about this, about Ukrainian women. We never knew about, this possibility. And they find out this is option for them. So they started their journey because of war. So, so there is many different, opinions on that, but you always can find your answers towards your questions, worries, whatever is in your mind. Just going to pre-matchmaking consultation with us, you just go to matchguarantee.com/register and get your coach, your opinion. This is kind of both way interview where we want to understand whom you're looking for, and if we can help you, so, and we just leading you through all the process, how we work, and just like more, individually, right? Because there is so many different requests we get, and so many people and think they want. So the best way it's to discover, it's always individual conversation. So if you have questions, feel free to register and go there, right? So next next question that we get, why our ladies need help if they live now in Europe. So first of all, I would add that not a lot of them live in Europe right now, and or Canada, America. There is still a lot of ladies in Ukraine, and there is a lot of ladies who left Ukraine but then come back due to financial reasons, due to work issues. Like, for example, she was doctor in Ukraine and now she go to Germany. She has to learn everything from scratch, language, and then she's so limited at works that she can do, I don't know, just to be cleaner or something. So it's very hard. So many ladies, they just going back, do it to different reasons. Or I know one of our ladies, she just, she has a beautiful flat in Kiev, and then she was living as in a family of hosting family, and it was very difficult, different culture in Germany, and then they placed her in a hostel, and so she just like, people adjusting to everything. Then they follow and they talk to friends who live in Ukraine, and they just try to find maybe safer place, western of Ukraine, or so many different options. So guys just, a lot of ladies just coming back to Ukraine. So, but anyway, those who live in Europe, why they need help? Interesting question, right? They already there. Why they need help? Okay, I'll just talk from my, own experience, living here in Canada for some time before in Mexico. So I see that, in our culture, because again, keep in mind, this is traditional culture where women not initiate nothing, right? She's just like passively, even if she like man, she will not, like, I don't know, tell him straight that, or just invite herself on a date or ask him phone number. This is just something that, like, it's not an option for her. Everything that she can do maximum, it's to smile. But then Western guys, they being so much, I don't know, because of they afraid, I don't know, the way they was, there was I don't know, trained by, Western women not to approach them. I don't know. So they afraid to approach them. So you see, there is a picture. She's there, but she cannot initiate her, contact and meeting. At the same time, she's not being approached. So this is like dead end. And okay, imagine it happened somehow. She smiled back to a nice guy, and he approached her. Again, what she experienced going on a date with him, being a traditional woman. She's been offered to like 50% sharing the bill on a date, which is, I mean, it's kind of not deal breaker for her in order to, like, I mean, she's not feeling bad, but she just understand, okay, this man doesn't like me, she just like, like immediately go from romantic mood to friend zone with him, just because of this simple factor, and like she's shy to talk about this, like she don't want to train nobody, the way she wants to be treated, like, but it's just like she grew up in different culture. And so when she facing Western culture, and I know a lot of you guys don't understand like why you need to pay, but there is so many educational videos. Maybe next live stream I will play a video, very good deep psychological video on those things. But I mean, this book, Five Love Languages, right? So I always said there is 6 known language of Ukrainian women. This is when man cares about them. So that's how they feel that man into them and cares in different ways, emotionally, financially. He has the desire to be that, to have this captain role in your life, where she's woman and he's man, and he's like have leading role basically, so they want that. And so it's hard to nowadays with the changes that Western culture going through, it's hard to meet this man there. So, or especially if it's young ladies, oh my goodness, they've been offered any kind of relationship, like, I don't know, friends with benefits, non-exclusive relationship, so many, like, so it's difficult. Okay, let's put it this way. It's possible they have, they already there, but those reasons that I described you mostly make this very challenging for them. So they, and then, yeah, like, many guys just don't want serious relationship. They don't want like marriage and, any kind of commitment. But this is like main goal for a lot of Ukrainian ladies, just to they family oriented, this is like, if they date man and see that he don't wish nothing like that, it's just become not, she considers him not marriage material man, and it's not interesting for her. So she knows when she joined to us, she will be introduced to men with the same life purpose, life goal of, creating serious relationship with which potentially will lead them to a marriage. Next, it's I'm afraid she will take advantage of me running from the war. These guys big fears of yours, and yes, you should be fearful of that. It can easily happen to you. But that's the thing. It can happen if you date low quality woman, Ukrainian woman. There are those who's not in relationship, they're just opportunists. They just looking for some, I don't know, escape and take advantage of someone. It happened. It's just about question how we meet those ladies. A lot of those in free websites, or I don't know, like platform where you in actuality don't know whom you talk to. And the same way it works for ladies, when they talk on these websites to a man who he can present himself in any way he wants, right? He wants to present himself that he wants a family, but in reality, I don't know, one time fly to her, have sex, and then disappear, so like you don't know. And so it's both ways, it's both ways. So uh, in order to save yourself from that, first of all, you need to make sure how you meet those ladies. So for example, we do, and I will talk about this, how we check our ladies to make sure that they high quality ladies. And that's the main purpose, because that's the main, I would say, foundation of how you can create actually families, happy families, and so if you will watch like our live streams with our successful clients, you will find out this is not an issue. You see that their stories, why how how they meet, how the relationship's going. And so like we don't have in history not one time when lady get passport or something and then she divorced, just because the way we vended our ladies just cut to to minimum of this can happen. This is a lot of work on matchmaking sites, um, on vending in ladies. And so it's still we're still learning, we're still all time in touch. There is can be cases where we also failed, but we always like if you have feedback, with some red flag, we work with it, we always talk, because sometimes it's just not red flag in actuality, it's just misunderstanding. It can also happen. But if it's reality, like fact, we just delete this lady from database, so like we're working with this, we don't hide it with this, we very we kind of boutique agency where we know every client, his like personal story. And so like coaching that our ladies just provide everything possible to the table to to lead you to your success, to help you to be successful. So guys, you should be afraid if you meet ladies, low quality ladies. So check her values, understand how she was raised, uh, what's her I don't know. I would say this is mostly about values, right? If person have like, if she's kind of spiritual person who, who is, she will not just live like that, right? This is just not something that match with her world perception. And so on this note, how I know also that we have high quality ladies, that when war happened, we have the statistics of acceptance rejection rate when we introduce man to a lady. And so what could have happened, right, if it's low quality woman, our statistics can grow up, like for example, if before war good profile of the man get like 50% interest, like 5 from 10 ladies, 5 interested, 5 no, not maybe 6. Yeah. So what could happen after if war happened and she's desperate, right? She's desperate. So it could happen this, acceptance rate could grow up to 9 from 10, but it just never happened. It was never an issue. And so even I would say those ladies who live now in Europe, they even have, they become more picky. Guys, I just don't want you to generalize, okay? I talk about ladies in their highest SMV, very beautiful, so like they know they have options. And now also living, in different countries, they just realize, they like self-value a little bit changed, so they start to look around, like they don't see much of couples with 20 years age gap. So they start to want more, something more realistic, to what couples have in Ukraine, like 7 years age gap or something. So they don't go for super high age gap or something. So I say it's like super tricky and funny. Like guys think that they afraid that somebody will take advantage, and the reality picture very different. Um, with those ladies that live in Europe. But again, most of our ladies, they live in Ukraine. So for them, it's not changed, the acceptance rejection rate, because, yeah, if lady look for, for serious relationship, for family, she when she see profile of the man, she just want to, she want to understand if, what kind of feelings when she look at his profile, he created her reading his letter. She wants to try to imagine herself, in being with him, being in a, like, potentially, in a relationship. So, um, to run, they can, they can still. There is program still in Germany, where they will be covered with the basic needs. But I mean, I never met, I heard of, okay, that's what I mean, I heard of Ukrainian girls who would like, um, like, be in relationship because of advantages of, financial, like, providing of the man, like. But this is mostly, it's like this big age gap where, guys also, you guys, when you want, I don't know, very big age gap, you expect that lady don't want to some special treat from you, of course. But I mean, in my life, I never met lady who would, like, in my circle, or people, um, who would trade possibility to love to any financial security or stability or luxury lifestyle or whatever. It's always the case that, most of the women I know personally, my friend, they all seeking for love. So, and that's what your ideal woman should be. And so when you look for love, normally, because you want to be, normally you don't want to go for like 20 years age gap or more. I mean, unless this is older ladies, so then it just feels a little bit different, this age gap thing. But with the younger ladies, it's just like you want person from, I don't know, most of our ladies, yeah, they want person with whom, I don't know, they when they grew up, they listen to the same music, they watch the same films, like from your generation, So what's wrong with that, So, like, there is ladies who would go for big age gap, and I don't know. I personally say I I've never been more happy in my life than I'm with Joe now, But this is my personal case, So, and it's always, and I was not that girl who was looking, like, purposely for a big age gap. It just happened to me, love happened to me. So, um, so yes, I covered this question. So, guys, if you want to be afraid of this, yes, you should be. If you meet, at least if you meet ladies not through us, but just somewhere, be, make sure this is, yeah, this is lady of quality of lady that you meet. So, and so, yeah, talking about qualities again, about how we vend in our ladies. This is the biggest, process, and like all, a lot of team hours on that, and the process. So I think Joe covered this many times, but basically most of our ladies, a lot of them come by recommendation. Like, for example, recently our Corey and where is this couple? Oh, I was not going to talk about them, but since Emilia, yeah, recently they got married, right, with us, and so during war, right, and they was introduced after war happened. She already was living in Europe, and so we are planning on doing interview with them, and Emilia said, I want to, like, I want to. My friends ask me already, her friends, girl friends, right, from Ukraine. Um, can I give telephone? Of course you can. This is how, a lot of our ladies come, by personal recommendation from the ladies who, have good experience with us, right? So, and but it's sometimes it's super easy, like, I don't know, sometimes we have, like, I don't know, some girl just came across our website, because this is toxic industry, and a lot of especially low quality, girls have this perception, like, oh, agencies pay money, so they like knocking in our door, like, if I register with you, how much you will pay me, and we like, you know we're not interested in you, we not paying to nobody. They even sometimes so, like, confused with this answer, like, and what, your girls for free working, or like, so it's like confusing for them. But this is what you can get, um, going to most of the agencies in actuality, um, meet ladies who've been paid to go on a date with you. You understand level of her intention to have relationship with you just from this action, right? I hope I don't need to cover that. And so, yeah, I mean, and that's why when we have introduction calls with our clients, our ladies doesn't have any hidden, agenda to, like, be in a relationship other than, creating serious relationship with purpose of getting married. So when we have introduction calls, um, uh, we if men disappear later, we feel really bad, because I don't know, sometimes she come even on 2 calls, and like, she do her best to, if she choose men, to impress, to, you know to establish this relationship, to find out, if this person can be possibly matched to her, and so if was a good click, and I don't know, this is so heartbreaking, if we have this incredible call, and then man even on the call tell her, listen, I will come soon, even tell her days when he's going to come, and then he disappear, he don't become a client. And so lady angry at us, she's like, even like, what's going on, where all this, man disappear, did you introduce him to another girl, or what's going on? Sometimes it's so upset, and we also like, guys, don't do that. If you're not sure, you don't know, even you like woman, he complimented her, and then disappear, we feel bad, we have angry, lady client, and she's suspicious about, I don't know, we introduce him to another girl or something, is going on. And so please, guys, don't do that. If you need to understand the main thing that will allow you to be successful with Ukrainian ladies is this quality of yours. It's when your words equal to your actions. And so if you have their troubles in there, it's just, I strongly suggest you reconsider, if this journey for you or not. So those are super important quality of yours if you want to, be successful client. So guys, be careful. Even if you're a client of ours already, if you be careful everything that you say. If you say that you are planning to come to meet her in within 1 month, so please do that. If you're not sure, just don't tell her dates. This is the way we've been raised by, this is our culture where, and again, man, like father, yeah, it's our how to say, like, not portfolio, but like model for relationship, right? For woman, she's looking for someone like her father, especially if there's was great, she was loving daughter, of him. And so she's looking for that man, And so, and the Ukrainian men, they men of words. It's just something that's really nice about them, and that you can pick and learn from them. It's not our culture just have so much blah, not so much like minimum blah blah blah. They have the opposite problem from that, like, but yeah, generally speaking. So I mean, I believe that, experiencing different cultures, you just can pick the best things from both culture and just like implementing, them in your family. And this is so amazing experience. Like, I don't know, I'm living now with joy, mixing this two worlds and getting, benefits and great features of all of them. And this is just amazing. I wish you guys can have this experience on your own. So this was about vending lady. So like, I don't know more. It's just like every lady she goes with us through interview, and yeah, that built very tricky questions, to understand, her, to pull from her, if she's not by recommendation, right? We need to make sure what her intentions are, and so our 27 years experience of our matchmaker is incredibly valuable in this, so she somehow learned to read people, not just by words, but just everything included, body language and psychological reaction and all of that. So this is part of our process of getting on board. And then afterward, there is several more steps, but yeah, it just can be separate video on that. Anyway, it's always like, we do our best to when we getting ladies on board, but then we always can learn much more about them when they already experience dating our clients. So then we can even see their, their more on deeply level, their fears, they maybe their yeah, we can understand more on deeper level her, her personality, and then we can even understand better maybe, possible advice, possible match with her, and also, if she starts to appear in some inappropriate way, we always in touch with our clients, and so we deal with that, but we always like, I mean, first we always have dialogue, healthy dialogue from both sides to understand what's going on, because sometimes it's really, I don't know, sometimes it's just Google translation or some misunderstanding. So before we really do any, serious action, we need to make sure we, we need to be sure about our decisions about our ladies clients, because it's always with them. This is always personal relationship. This is I don't know, some years being with us, like for years, and of course, you see, nowadays we're so different. Like I see my my perception of the world, my values and everything. I mean, basic values, they not changed, but I mean, living life, especially now when you don't know what, it's hard to plan long term, so many things change, your personality change, and so life of girls can also change, their priorities, they, their expectations, they, so it's nonstop, work and yeah, trusting, building this trusting relationship with the lady where you can, help her as well in the most effective way, as meeting clients requirements as well, because she's also our lady client, right? So summarizing, I just will go now through comments. I will just summarizing, while you guys have a lot of doubts and questions about, if it's possible, war in Ukraine, what you talk about, we have our couples, going on, building relationship, applying for a US visa, being engaged, being married. We have quite a few marriages already since war started, but those couples who was introduced after war. And so, yeah, I just recently heard that our Shay and Marie, they was engaged. And yeah, I've introduced Shay already on the channel. You can find his interview, probably will include in description below, but I cannot share a photo because of privacy of Maria. She don't want, and we respect that, like if uh, I know that Western men, they more open in this regard, but Ukrainian women, they, when they meet, really their happiness, they just like, some of them very superstitious about sharing this to the world because they just afraid to lose this happiness. So some of them, I mean, it's not me, you see. I'm on the main channel cover and like everywhere. Please, our wedding video everywhere. So but it's, different people, different desires. It's always client option to share or no. Some clients so much, want to help you, like really, sharing all his dating experience to help you to understand, and learn from his experience, right? So with Billy, we have special agreement. Yeah, no wife, no pay project. So it's not a case about our all clients. So here, your privacy, if you wish to, it's our promise to you. Although Shay, our clients who engaged, he come on interview and he say, I became a client because of your live interview of clients, where I felt looking for a life abroad. It was super hard to like find agency that you can trust, and like generally speaking, you see that most of them are scammers, and you don't want to be part of that. So he said, for me, it was like super helpful to see this live interviews with the clients. And so he came on interview with me and he said, I just want to pay it back, to help other guys. That's why I'm here, because it's like paid forward, I feel like I owe those guys, brave guys who come in interview before, because if if he wouldn't see them, right, he would never become our client, he would never meet his lady with whom he now engaged and super happy. So I believe in the power of reciprocity. So, and we very happy always when our couples willing to share. That's why he wants to talk to his lady. And I hope maybe he say, I will try to make her change her mind. Maybe they will come together on video interview. Who knows? We have guys who tell before, like, I don't want any interview. I'm super private. And then when they meet their lady, who now a lot of them, I mean, this specific man that I talk about, who's now married, so he just come to us and he said, I want to do interview because I'm so grateful to you guys. So like, it's always up to you. Okay, let's see your comments. I will probably go from here. It's hard to meet Ukrainian ladies if you're a person of color and GMC color. I mean, it's person of color. It's like it's a black skin, or like I've done videos on the channel where I talk about like ethnic clients. Um, if it's harder, and like if it's even black client, I'm sorry, but this is not my desire. I remember when I started to work at Magic Guarantee, I was fighting like, what's going on, why we cannot help everyone. But because this is real ladies, even if we wish to help everyone, when we send out intro package, it's just like our ladies don't want to um, to create a family with a black man. Unfortunately, it's not like. But I, like, for example, in Canada, I meet Ukrainian woman and black man. They meet in Dnipropetrovsk. They live there until war happened. Then they move here, and so it's possible for guys. But I just believe not through agency, not through us at least. But ethnic clients we are helping, and but we are seeing more, more rejection rate, rejection rate. So less lady open for that, but like I don't know, like, but I don't know. It depends also on what's your age. Like if, for example, we talk about very young guys, again, we need to match them with the very young ladies. And young ladies, they're in super high SMV, and so they have more options, and so they not they kind of wants to get everything they want. They not they also have the expectations about relationship, right? Although we have one actually black client, yeah. I mean, he's not very dark skinned and he's successfully married with our one of our ladies. Yeah, I don't think I have photo here, but and actually his lady, she was very like she was turned down a lot of guys that she was very kind of picky, but she's like older lady, right? And he's also, I mean, she's around 40, yeah, 40 something, he's 50 something. But when she saw his profile, it just was, it was her man. We before we was like she was turning down everybody, so it was like, whom she's waiting for. Sometimes, I don't know, this is like just like you guys, when you look at the picture or photo, there is something that tells you in your gut, if you want to meet the way person smiled, the way person positioned herself, the way she dressed, I don't know, like you can see something there. And so this lady, for example, she was looking for basically very charismatic man, her. So it was not as important for her the way he looks, but just um, but some man that can keep up with her. She's after the book, she has great career, she's business lady, but very feminine and family oriented. So we have great match here. So I wouldn't say like catastrophic, like we need to see general picture of yours, and what your age. Yeah, and then to see, and we basically, we do introduction package, and you get answers not from us but from our ladies. And that's what I encourage guys you to do. I can guess many times, but the way you can present yourself, this is and the way who you are, right? You always have chance. And so, or you have chance to find out what's your real opportunity here. So I encourage you just to do that, to get our answers. And so to start on that, again, you just go to Match Guarantee registration link, matchguarantee.com/register, where you fill out your form, and then our administrator will follow up with you to set up you setting up appointment. And so during consultation, you will find more detailed answers specifically on your question. Yeah, so I wouldn't be here very categorical or fanatical, telling yes or no, because we have successful experience. So yeah, I just was answering. While I'm answering, I was like, how I can say no if you have positive. But this was an exceptional. Um, uh, I mean, it's more an exception than something that um, something that normal. And I say always for ethnic guys, like, be ready to be to be strong enough to accept reality, like not being so popular between Ukrainian ladies. So, and it depends also how guys choose. Again, the ladies he choose, if they supermodel, of course they have their own visions about whom they want to meet. If he choose more like average looking ladies, and if it's ladies like 40 plus, there is much better chance to, if he's older, yeah, right. So yeah. Okay, here, polar opposite. What happens? Scam site, then they never want to show up. Yeah, I mean, I even don't talk about that because this is not like real relationship at all. When you meet girls from paper letter website, I mean, meet girls talking to them. You don't know even whom you're talking. You talk to translator. Who is this? It's woman, man. This is not about, you know. I understand those services. They appear. They there in the world. They always will be because there is so many lonely people in the world. And I mean, what I don't like about them, that if they would tell, honestly, listen, this is entertainment part form, and you're not building relationship here. Like if they would be honest, then it's okay, But how they work, the way they work, they make guys believe that this is real relationship. And so at the end, it's creating just, broken hearts and broken wallets and everything, and broken time wasted lifetime, the main resource that's not recoverable. And that's what, super super sad about this, right? So guys, just if you're still on paper letter website, I don't know, just I think, you know just yeah, just learn about it. You do your homework, to understand what's going on there. I understand they are huge. They have a lot of influence and advertising, and just guys, when they go so far away on different continent, they just don't know what they're facing. So be more cautious, okay? And I know a lot of guys just being damaged by them because of this, you know open and naive character that a lot of Western guys have. They're very trusting people, and I love that about your culture. I love that. Very, very direct as well. But you don't want allow people to take advantage of you. Yeah, hurting you, right? So do your diligence, or how you call it. Research, be smart, be wise about how you choose agency to work with, and just keep in mind all like paper letter website. This is nothing about creating a relationship. Nobody wants to show up at the date because they was not even talking to you. Why she would want to meet you? She just getting paid. This is just job, unfortunately. So yeah, congratulations to Corey. Thank you, guys. uh, are there rich girls in your database, and do they only want to date my rich guys? Good question. We have different ladies. I would say most of them, because we talk about majority of Ukraine again, it's just statistically, right? Resonate to our database, connected to our database. Most of them average, ladies who just make an average life living, Mm, and so they definitely want men of at least like average, who can, who mm, it's normal, right? When especially for women, even more than normal, right? Like I saw our last soul profile of Maria, where she said, I just like what's not acceptable for me. Like if man, she's architect designer, don't know how much money she makes, but obviously she loves her job. She has, some income, and she don't want to meet man who will look her, up and like expecting that she will be paying bills and like looking for, like you say, uh, not acceptable for me if like man that wants to date me expecting that I will be provider and he will be house man, or like sitting on the sofa. I just this is not what I'm attracted to, right? So if girl have some career, or like she grew up in a, I don't know, in some influential family, of course she has some expectations about her future partner, and you cannot judge her for that, right? So like everybody come from their own history. But yeah, I would say most of our ladies just average Ukrainian people, where our economy not very good now. It's like went down the toilet. So um so they're very reasonable in their expectations. And I think this is very good blessing for Western guys, who live like, average life, especially if he choose lady, not in her super super high SMV, I don't know, king, miss Ukraine or something, just good traditional Ukrainian lady. That's very good blessing for him, because I understand for men this is so important to like feel appreciated, feel that you can impress your lady, that she's grateful, she's I don't know, whatever you do for her, she feels wow, like she expresses to you, right? um and it's not only about, like, again, the level of lifestyle that you can provide her with, right? This is just about different small things that I don't know. um, Sometimes you just buy flowers, or you just, I don't know, having romantic bath stop together, or like this, like, life is happiness, it's about emotions of common experiences that we live through, right? Or some surprises, I don't know, when you just you know tell him, honey, just be ready in 30 minutes, we go something, just dress up, and I don't know, some surprise you make, right? So um, and I know it's very important for men, this, like, to see this appreciation in a woman. And I don't know, like Jana told me, if men even like grab this flower from from clump, from street, and present to me, even this is like his action, he wants to do something for me, even this is like, okay, the main thing, she wants to see that that um I don't know, man wants to create this romantic mood, especially at the beginning of relationship. You want to create this romance. Um, so I believe that that um, do that Western world more, more developed, and having near you just man who loves you, supports you. Just like I talked to Corey and Emilia, and she say, or you have no idea, like Corey so much, like he's so supportive, like he just like, I struggling with so many things, adjusting here in America. And like she say, even like I cannot buy right color for my hair or something. And she say, and I know if Corey can help me with this, but this is kind of woman thing, he would help me, but I just cannot ask him this, because he 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 cannot help. But I mean, that's the thing. That's what Ukrainian woman wants. Like, she wants just this, and so the question: do they want like rich man? Do they have? No, they want. If I can call this rich relationship, and when I say rich, it's rich in their heart. That's what I mean. This is what golden. For them in relationship, they just want to be treated as a gentleman treat his lady. And so this is very important. And just wanted to be loved and wanted to love, right? So it's exchange of energy, exchange of emotions, exchange of creating this double happiness together, right? So that's what they want. Yeah, I'm putting this. If you want still to apply for Natural Geographics, we're still looking for our ideal bachelor. And so you still can go here to matchguarantee.com/casting and apply there. Thank you, what? Mm-hmm. I used boutique agency from Kharkov to meet two girls who said lived in Poland. When I got there, both has sent good back to Ukraine. I'm sorry, William, for this experience. I know that, with the lady who, I mean, that's the thing, small agencies who have, I don't know, 100, 150 ladies, just like how they surviving, especially now when men don't come in Ukraine. We realize that's why we don't have any partners, because we realize it's just like you cannot understand. Even I myself, being Ukrainian person, cannot understand Ukrainian person who really have, like values, the same that me. Like I would never have agency which pay girls to go on a date. This is just so like not matching with my values, the way I was raised, the way like my parents, teach me what to do in the world, like I don't know, for me, you call it money smells, like if I cannot make money if I'm hurting people, this is just like not an option for me at all. So when I understand why they do. They was like, I don't know, many years creating this small database, and they just facing troubles. But I mean, for me, this is will be not an option to survive, to go in this downside of, I don't know, pain. Good navigator for you guys if you considering working with other agency. When you do your introduction package, just see how ladies react to you. If you have 100 ladies of you chose tell you yes mutually back, this is scammers. Just don't waste your time, don't waste your money. If you have ladies that mutually don't have very, like I said, in our agency, good profile of the man normally gets like 50-60% of yeses, because this is real ladies. That's the reality. Real ladies with the good values and high quality ladies. So when you go on paper letter website, you will be not only, super popular and pumped with the messages, but they will be also chasing you, everybody wants to date you. This is not normal in Ukraine. You just need to understand this. You need to get this. Glaze is not initiative. They like these dragons that fly in Avatar movie, they're expecting you to come and conquer her heart. They want you to be at the beginning of relationship, be more initiative, be that, man who express really interest in a woman. She feel that she wants to know that she's valuable for you. Again, because of how she lived in Ukraine, there's still, even during wars, there's so many foreigners leave, because they cannot leave this, flower land with all beautiful girls around, and so it still continued. The girls also, they learn their lessons, not to trust just man words, those sex tourists who come in Ukraine, they will tell you everything you want to hear. I want, even I saw channel, when guy was dating Ukrainian girl, he was filming her, and then he was telling like, oh, this is like Ukrainian girls very hard to date because they all want to find a husband, So he was teaching them how to, behave yourself, what to tell, that you want family, marriage. You tell them, and you go on like 3 days in a restaurant, and then you only sleep with her. Sick. It's a sick. And when I saw this video, I saw reaction in the comments, of Ukrainian girls like, what you doing here? Go in other country and do your games there, Why you come in a traditional culture and try to find here? And so a lot of girls was damaged because of those, So they were super cautious about new relationship and man's intention, and they just want to make sure this is man with the same life values and the same intentions and desire about the same that she has, right, about having a family. So just keep that in mind. And I'm sorry, William, for your experience. And so it just was never a case with our ladies, because it's always a case where people build relationship and they just agree what time they will meet, when they meet, and they always meet because this is real person with whom you develop your relationship on Viber or WhatsApp, whatever, just free, app where you in direct touch with your person, right? So, and you have the same intent, right? Basically, as we discovered. So, there is any more questions on one? He's so wise. We was talking in our team about you. All our team wants you as a client. They say no coaching needed. Such a great catch will be for one of our ladies. Yeah, and really knowing how many great, amazing ladies we have, and we have the shortage of, great bachelors, and we want to, they come to us in a big hope that we will be this agency that will make their dream come true. And so we want as many bachelors as possible to create as many as possible great couples, great marriages, great families. Carlos, okay. I witnessed some Ukrainian women associate men that practice sports with low-level intelligence. Oh, Carlos, from your question, I see you have some experience with Ukrainian ladies. What's behind that line of thinking? I love your question, Carlos. Okay. Yeah, I just started to now remember one situation that I will share. In actuality, it's proven when man too much into sport, like just too focused on his body, there is something missing in his intelligent thing. I think it's actually a scientific proven fact, or I don't know, he's just a little bit disconnected with the world, spiritual world, intelligence. Okay, it's not about when you just do sport in a good amount for yourself, for healthy mind, for healthy body. It's just when you go completely there, where it just this is your life, just sport. So we have a lot of, okay, let's go far away. Klitschko, yeah, our mayor of Kiev. And so he's into sport, right? The world famous um, sportsman. And so how many fun things he said, like intellectual mistakes, when he was, he's guide of action, right? He made a lot of great things for Kiev, like restore bridges and build beautiful river embankments, and really improve, he just do his best, his best speeches was through his actions. Okay, but yet when he's speaker, he's not good. He just mix up and we have a lot of memes, all over internet, where he say funny things, and we'll all okay, this is just sport, probably sport, maybe several times was kicked in the head. And so he, so there is some disconnection that we experience, and I think it's actually scientifically proved. I can just go there and look. But again, when sport is just sport, this is your just all-time activity, right? This is not about when you do it just in a healthy amount, balancing your life, being just to be healthy. And one more comment on that, because again, this is differences between cultures. When Western men, especially young and handsome, and he thinks that okay, and he's taking care about his body, and so he present himself to a lady like a prize. I'm so cool, I don't need to do nothing, just I'm there and she's already yours, mine. So they don't like this. It's they felt this is very this big ego, and they want to see a man who is not after himself, looking all time in the mirror, and just admire himself, but in actuality making compliment to a lady, and putting efforts to build this relationship. Because what I observe, right, with Western guys who is good looking and good providers, they date women I don't need to buy flowers, I don't need to do nothing, because I'm already all package 5 in 1. So why I need to do anything? So, and they read this like that, Ukrainian ladies, they just oh, this guy come just to show up at me, look at me, they don't need that. So I remember one girl told me, I he all time send me these pictures from the sport, exercises his body, like his muscles, and like all time, like, you know, how am I good looking, like asking for compliments. And they found this very feminine thing, when men too much into his appearance. And even I made a video, a long time ago, about how Ukrainian women rate SME of a man, and it's very different from Western girls. So of course, if you're good looking, this is good advantage of yours. And but this is not will be never like as important for Ukrainian ladies as for Western women. So it's always important for them, like, who are you inside, your personality. So if you present yourself like, oh, like I'm just like macho, like, it's just not, it's distasteful for them. Actually, it's just turned off for them. So um I wouldn't say they're like shy guys. It's just like this when man, in balance between knowing how represent himself, being confident, being charismatic, but just not to be that, I don't know, Barbie doll or Ken. Oh, Ken. Okay, he's man. Yeah, Ken, who is just like nonstop. This is feminine for them. Yeah, enjoying your doing sport just like to improve the way you look so you can impress more girls now. So I think that's the thing. I don't think there is problem that you guys do sport. It's just the way how you present it. If you keep sending her pictures asking for compliments, or like, this is just like, don't do that. Okay. um uh, oh, I'm person of color. I don't have any issues. Those I have many European features. Yeah, one. I I mean, I don't know. I think it's also a lot about our culture, like what films we grew up with, and so like about Spanish, what we know about like Mexican Spanish. I mean, it's different, but this is like Latina style of man. We just know this is very happy culture, happy man. And it's actually very sexy in Ukraine when men have like not very dark skin, but just a little bit like tan. So a lot of them consider this sexy. And actually, a lot of Ukrainian men like when women a little bit like have this tone. And so a lot of them go to this where you solar, where you get this tan, because it's considered, you call mulat. Yeah, they just, they consider this very sexy. So it's just, but I always say this is more about your personality, and age group that you have intent to date, right? So, and your own belief, I would add to this too. If you believe this is problem for you, it will be problem. If you like, once say I don't have any issue, right? And this is not an issue for him because he knows he's a good catch. And that's how you need to come. I mean, you don't need to tell this to ladies, but you need to keep this in mind, that you're valuable man that can bring a lot in a relationship. And so, as Joe said, and I completely agree, we always sell ours to our people. Whatever we do in life, it is always about, um, about, translating, your value about yourself to other people, right? I would like if you would meet, I don't know, I don't know. Okay, if a Ukrainian lady would meet very handsome man, but super shy, like shy, like afraid to look at her, afraid to say something, this will be and even the way he looks will not save him, or the way he, like who he is. This is just so damaging, because this is for the beginning of relationship, because she just don't, she wants man in his manly energy. And when men shine, this is like more like woman feature, she can maybe slowly opens up, or yeah. But for men, I would say this is probably maybe one of the biggest killers for, for relationship with Ukrainian lady, when men shy. So, guys, if you have this problem, just go find man coach for some charisma course and just push it, make it, make it from when you're aware of this problem, it's already 50% of overcoming it. Then you put attention there, you fix it, and you go and you do it, And so if you will be sitting like, I'm shy, like, so this is journey not for me, like, yes, this is will be journey not for you, because if you're not willing to, you know work on yourself, and I'm pretty sure if you will just work it through, even you will have some certain level of success even with Western women, if you will be, if you will work on this, because this is just like, people read us, sense us, what we think about us, how we behave, right? The way we walk, the way we look, the way we speak, everything. This is in other words, if I don't love myself, how I can share this love with other person? Think about this. And so when you meet lady who is obviously looking after her, and why she's doing that, you think for other men, for attract men. No, most of them, healthy one, they do this because they do it for themselves, because they love themselves, and they want to, they live in this love energy that they want to share with, men who have this also, love in his heart that he wants to share. So this is exchange of woman's man energy, like, soul can works and create magic, incredible things in life. So I mean, there is girls who do this for, invest money in this big, like, attracting. I'm not talking about those, like, I mean, there can be different reasons. It just, I would say it's not about what we do, it's about what intent we have behind every of our action. I know girls who has big lips, and I know their personality and why they do this, and I don't like, the intention was not to, because of catch man, or like, I don't know, just I believe this is, you need to see more complex on personality. And as I said, it's always about intent, what behind it, if this is compromised to, like, your insecurities, your unconfidence, and you just like so unhappy with yourself that you going, I don't know, in operation table to fix something in yourself, that level of unacceptance of yourself. This is one situation. Another situation where you, and you also, you do like super super big, you go to I don't know, some very big size of everything. But when you just do it normal, and you do this from life to yourself, and I don't know, you work, I mean, I know stories of ladies who have healthy self-esteem and everything, and they've done something to their body. The main thing is just, again, their intention, why they do this, from love themselves or from complexes. We call it complexes. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm talking about, but complexes, this is just, I'm calling like when you don't love yourself, when you don't accept yourself, when you do from this what moves you, this is problem, because you will never feel good about yourself. It doesn't matter how many operations you do, like how many things you do, but when you do, yeah, this from love, and that, it just will, make a different impact for yourself. First of all, it normally looks very natural when you fix some, and some things. I don't have personally nothing didn't done, but I research this topic a lot. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't have time to go. This is already 1.5 hour, right? Um, Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Okay. A man that practice sports like myself show a man discipline, action, and consistency. That demeanor translates to other areas in life. Consistent is being good partner, husband. I agree with you. Again, we coming back, colors, to this. What's your intent in everything we do, right? If your intent to translate to the world, to yourself, first of all, you do this from love to yourself, right? From desire to be better version of yourself every day, and just like, to bring very needed factor, especially to man energy, right? Discipline thing. Try to discipline woman. Oh, you'll fail. But for man, this is reads, yeah, for woman reads, this is very highly masculine. So this is will be not something that turn off ladies around, again, this is just some guys go into sport because they're so not happy, this not happiness inside them, they try to, again, this is like ladies doing this different operations, the same thing. They're just so not happy that they like non-stop working, and there's just this like empty um, empty this emptiness inside them, they do everything from outside, trying to make efforts so they will, and they radiate this to people around, asking them to fulfill this emptiness in them. Okay, it's not, it's just like low self-esteem. Yeah, they do everything to get compliments, to refill this this low self-esteem. But I can tell you guys, this just don't working like that. Your self-esteem come from inside you, and then people read it, you cannot reveal something from outside. You can, but this is a lot of efforts, and people will still read you, like these girls who, been getting so much, photos, and like asking, do you like them, this is just will, anyway, it shows her that you not secure about yourself. And if you're not secure about yourself, how you can like start serious relationship? And just like, women naturally tend to want security from men, she want, that's what you wrote, discipline, action, and consistency. That thing she wants to see in a man. This is highly masculine. So and that's, yeah, translate to other areas, because this is opposite, this is man's energy, right? When women like this, go to sport and like do a lot of things, sport, it brings this heavy masculine energy with us, and so if woman just super feminine and she wants just to bring a little bit more action in life, she can go there and do this. But if she just play too much in the sport there, she become like a man, she man. And man, if man lives in his man's energy, right, in high masculine energy, he's not interested to date man. He wants feminine woman. So in her feminine, what is feminine? This is soft energy. She's just like a water, she's nice and she's cozy, and she's just created this sun, I don't know, warming energy, woman who cares, again, I say man cares about woman, but what in a back, what he's getting, he getting actually her care and love, and this is exchange always of energy, it's not like, I don't believe in relationship when just one person give and rather take and nothing back. This is always an exchange. And the best way how you can exchange love between each other is just knowing each other love languages and just able to communicate on them, right? If your person, and the best is when you have at least one in common, right? So it's more natural and easy to share, right? If you know that you have touch love language, your person have touch love language, start your day from hug, start from your day from kissing, like I have with Joe this love language, and like I feel always like I'm something missing if I just simply don't have, I don't know, morning hug, so this is super important for relationship, for keep this fire, right, in the relationship, gives this warm, nice, loving feeling to each other. So Carlos, in this regard, very big молодец, well done. And again, your intention just defined result. as long as you will not be sending these pictures of yours to ladies and asking for compliments because you have hole here, like, but I see from your message it's not the case. So yeah, it's nice thing. And I think guys who is not doing sport, set the same value, that intention that Carlos have, and please go do sport. You want to improve your masculinity, go do something. The best thing we can work on, we can talk a lot of blah 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 blah, but one of the most rewarding work on yourself, this is actually working with your body. And sport, this is just amazing instrument to make big changes in your life. So choose sport that will match you. For example, I'm the woman, I'm normally don't do heavy, like I don't like heavy sport, because I don't want to push a lot of my man's energy, but I choose like something that actually will fit amazingly with my woman's energy. Like, so it's Pilates, it's yoga, some stretching, right? But for you guys, I'm pretty sure this, just gym with a good man things, it just might create a different personality. But not only sport, you can just start from this, but then also push through some additional education. Life is always about we all develop or we go down. So invest your time in what I would tell you now, in what you want to date certain type of lady, you want to attract high quality lady, so be that man that she wants to date. You understand? If you have this, your, I don't know, 200 points in your list of what you want to date, be that man that this lady with such a lot of requirements wants to date. Become this person. Like, put yourself in the shoes of the lady to understand if you honestly that level of the person you want to date. Okay? Work on yourself, and this is the best thing what you can do in life, and it will reward. I would like to know where the studies are coming from that Anna is talking about. I strongly respectfully disagree. Okay, Carlos, it's I mean, I'm not sure if it's like scientifically proved, but I remember, like, I will try to find, maybe next time I will share, okay? But I during talking about this, I come to the main point from it's not about study, it's about, like, in every action what we do, what's our intent there, what we're trying to achieve with this action. We try to cover our insecurities, we try to prove someone something, we try to, I don't know, escape looking inside us, in some traumatic experience, just like playing things around. So it's always the case, what's behind that, what you want to gain from your action. And so your sport and your the way you do sport, I read it there, there is it's a very nice intent, very masculine, and I strongly advise to all guys to set up themselves with this intent. I don't know, I didn't go through all compliments. If there is something, okay, guys, talk about hair. You like my hair? Just love. It's me, Firejet. Spring to ski meet and non-merge community lady Jana was quick to offer arrange meeting with another, if no show was not needed, but excellent support from Jana. I see. Yeah, we work very fast. If yes, I agree, but even those negative comments would affect the ladies. I agree with that. But was wondering, did the dating that I did with the ladies improper in some manner? Mm, sorry, Steven, I didn't get. Maybe it was conversation that I just missed. Doing you're very beautiful, Ukraine. You're very gracious, and your smile shines right through. When there is no sun in the sky, you need to create this sign inside the place where you live, right? And so, thank you all, guys, for your comments. Yeah, it was just some was not on a topic, and I just already like 1 hour and 40 minutes. So, yeah, one more time, just a reminder, to if you have questions and you considering um, this journey finding a wife in Ukraine, just go and have consultation with one of our coaches, matchmakers, match guarantees register free matchmaking consultation. And so you will individually find, answers to all your fears or doubts, or you just don't know where to start, you don't know how it works, how it's possible now, as you find out, you have questions, but we have a lot of guys who already don't have questions, you just go, go find answers, and yeah, they succeed. So that's very nice. I'm very happy. Okay, this, for example, this couple recently sent us, Glenn and Natalie. They were celebrating their first introduction call. They already got married in spring. Yeah, they here. This is photo from their first picture in Spain. Yeah, they live in Australia now, and they just send us, thank you very much. Just like last year. I think we have the most blessed, yeah, uh, work in all the world. And this is our Stephen Maria. And I hope this soon still will. They just have their second meeting in Europe. They went on a cruise together. Again, guys, look, they came on the second meeting and see what he's doing. He's just creating some traveling. This is always, it's always, going out pretty much out of comfort zone, right? So this is just very bonding experience because there is a lot of excitement. And that's how you want to start your romance. I mean, I don't advise. It was a second meeting after they established, certain level of relationship. I don't advise you to start, relationship from, I don't know, meeting in Mexico in some all-inclusive hotels or something. No, but it just first you meet, you see, yeah. But then, if everything goes well, of course you want to create this romance, because at the end of the day, this is what you will be remembering. That's where you will be going back in your memories. Like Joe recently sent in our family group our first date picture, and I was like, look at this, at our picture, and like my heart always warm, and just like I remember my feelings, my questions about, like, if it has really like big potential, like I mean, I love it, but I mean, you don't know all answers, right? But you're just at the beginning of this journey, and it's so heartwarming. And now my mama is going to come in 1 month here, and from very small numbers of things that she's bringing actually my skirt that I bought for our with Joe first date, a red big skirt, and I say I want to keep it for memories because this is just so valuable. And yeah, and that's what I mean, guys. At the beginning of relationship, just leave your, trust your gut. Okay, don't be crazy. Just But if you choose, for example, to be clients of us, we've done this work for you to vent our ladies. We're in touch with you about every action, and so just leave these fears there and just focus on building this romance. So Steve and Maria now, as they will soon, Steve is going to come to do interview with us, right, about his journey and his tips for you guys. They now applied for Maria to get the US visa, and so next step they planning already to meet in America. So it's very needed, this period of time where you just sharing and creating some romantic moments in your relationship, right? Yeah. So guys, yeah, and if you want to, if you're, I mean, about National Geographics, we just don't want guy who just want show, because for us this is not show. Idea is to, like, really to create a relationship and to be um, uh, to be successful in them, right? This is about real life, but it just will be under camera, but it's still, this is not show, this is not scripted, this is nothing like that. This is just real relationship that will be documented. So we don't want guys just who wants just publicity or exposure, but we just want guys who truly wants to find love, and but he don't mind to be in camera. He feel free. Maybe he has experience being in the camera, because sometimes people, like, even when I start my live stream, I was like a little bit shy. Now, like, I feel much better. Camera, my friend now. But I mean, I have a lot of experience during spending time with you here. So if you one of those guys, you're welcome to come on matchguarantee.com casting, apply for National Geographic casting. And we want to make sure that you have also right intent, just also to find love, right? That's what our project about. Yeah. Okay, guys. And the final note. I don't know what final note. Final note is that I have, we have this our beautiful channel, ukrainedating.tv, that we create with their with intent to help you guys, all of you, doesn't matter you client of ours or you just on your own is this journey to, and for those who even don't know about this possibility, and looking up what is Ukrainian culture, what is Ukrainian lady, the mindset, and just to help you to be successful in this relationship. Even if you, I don't know, already married to Ukrainian woman, it will be super helpful for you. And we're really, like, very sad that the way it goes, and because, like, this is project there where a lot of people involved, and so it's hard for us to taking care on about financially, pull it only on our shoulders. So if you found it valuable for you and you want to support it, and I can tell you more, guys, if you, like, really, it's just everything in life, it's exchange of energy. If you get there a lot and you just, like, don't exchange of energy, like in material way, right, supporting channel, in actuality this knowledge will stay only for you as a knowledge. It's become your experience and your something that you really learn and can now apply when you have this balance. It's everywhere, in relationship. As I said, you this is not healthy when relationship build that one person always give and another just take everything and nothing give back, right? And that's how we feel here, also, like, but I mean, this is just measures that we cannot be alone, supporting alone this project. But we believe that it's very beneficial for you. This is not just, I don't know, advertising. This is just great value that every Ukrainian lady streaming for you, explaining. And so if you want to save it, please support this project. I will include this link in description below at Buy Me a Coffee, Ukraine Dating, you type. And yeah, there is many ways. I don't know. You can support maybe mood of the ladies if you want. If you want to date someone of them, you can still buy flowers to any of them, including even your contact information, or just subscribe to some memberships. We have a lot of options. The lowest one is $10. And our memberships, they give you incredible value. This is again not just membership. You get incredible value for your for your support. Yeah, so let's look and let's finish with this video then, with this promo. Thank you for being with me. I hope to see you next Saturday. And guys, if you want to me to talk about, maybe there is some super important popular question that I didn't answer you today, please write me in comments and I would love to answer you in my next live stream. See you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my God. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.